Building a hybrid mindset is really getting people around to getting used to the way things work. Now, many of you are aware of mindset in terms of the growth mindset, which is coined by Professor Carol Dweck of Stanford University, where it's about having a mindset that allows you to be able to improve and grow and develop. And when you believe that you can improve, it will allow you to. Well, similarly, people need to start to see themselves as being able to function effectively in the hybrid workplace. And there's a few strategies, a bunch actually, that I'll give you right now. Number one, we need to build a we culture. Every single time that you talk to your colleagues that are virtual, always be using we and our with them. Build that connection. So the our is you and your colleagues that are virtual, you and your colleagues that are in the office, so that the entire team is a we. It's not we who are working in the office versus them who are working virtual, or vice versa. Make sure that you keep everybody in the loop. Again, keep people with all the information that they need. Don't overwhelm them, obviously, but give them the information they need. And organize everything, organize everyone, organize all of the different structures so that everyone is very clear of exactly when they're working virtually, when they're working in the office, what the requirements are, and make sure that you're creating hybrid teams. So it's important to foster more of this we culture, that you bring together people that are in the office with people virtually, and you make just as many meetings between people working in the office and people working remotely as you do people working in the office with other people in the office, or people working remotely with other people and working remotely. The reason you do this is, once again, you want to make everybody feel part of the same team towards the shared purpose. And it's imperative that you check in with both. Because remember, there's challenges with going back to the office, there's challenges with working remotely. So we need to check in with both to make sure that they're handling the challenges okay and they have all the support that they need. 20% more time managing your virtual teams is usually recommended. Why? Because again, you need to compensate for the trust challenges. You need to compensate for the fear of missing information. You need to get more face-to-face time with them. And roughly, you're talking about 20% or so of time more with people who you're managing virtually. Again, it's giving them the feelings. This is really a lot of this about feelings, making them feel a part, making them feel like they're not being negatively perceived, or that they're not going to miss out on advantages as a result. So that 20% is crucial. It's also important to be more strategic in your communication, know exactly who you're communicating with and for what purposes. This is true in general. Whenever we're working remotely, we need to be very strategic over our communication, because so often we miss out on those ad hoc conversations I mentioned, and as a result, we don't always get the benefit of them. So always know, how are you going to compensate strategically for the challenges that you have as a result of the hybrid model that you've brought in. Again, if you're working more remotely versus more in the office, they bring their own challenges, so you need to be strategic about that. And use one-to-one meetings, maximize the meetings between people in person. If you have someone that works most of the time virtually, make sure you get some face-to-face time, quality face-to-face time when they do happen to be in the office, so that you can really work on the relationship more than ever. Because again, being in the office tends to be advantageous from that point of view. And like I said already, be clear of expectations and define clear times. Clear times for people so that they know, when are we going to be in the office? When are we not? When are we stopping? When are we finishing? All of those different questions need to be answered. We need to be very clear over the timing of everything in order for us to be able to make sure we build that kind of hybrid mindset as effectively as we can.